the Trevor Jackson podcast.
We're going to switch up the topic. I want to talk about Benzino, 50 Cent, and Rick Ross. You know, as of recently, 50 Cent's baby mama was in court. I think her name is Daphne or something like that. She was in court during the Diddy trial. And when she was in court, it was information in the case that she was selling herself for $10,000 a month. That's public record. That's not an assumption for me. That's public court documents, and it was said in court. So I want to speak legality and be right in the words that I say, because I don't want to get in trouble like Shannon Shaw. 50 Cent now has a way that people can come at him aggressively. And they got, content to be able to do it because of who he chose to create a life with. You have to be careful who you choose to create a life with. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, Benzino and Rick Ross came at him this week, but he initiated the beef. He initiated the energy, 50 did. And I rock with all of these individuals on a business standpoint. Rick Ross is a very successful individual in the things that he does with the car shows, with the wing stops, with the alcohol and all of that, and being able to collaborate with a multitude of people. 50 Cent is successful in his own right with the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that. Benzino was at one point a person that had the Source Awards, the Source magazine. So salute to all three of these individuals. And me, I don't speak maliciously towards anyone. But Benzino, 60 years old, just recently released a record, and 50 Cent had this to say about the record.
Fucking with my blood, about to rip shit, clip shit. I'm with 60 niggas on my neck shit. Honey bun, drop 100 band on my wrist shit. 100 drum, spin the window stick, go for clip shit. Flip shit, wave it like a fan, about to lip shit. Misfit, on my wire, envy on some kill shit. Drill shit, like I'm in the rack, on some pill shit. Demon time, geeked up in this bitch, they don't feel shit. I'm married to streets, only matrimony. A lot of these niggas ain't having money. I'm rocking these carriages like a...
I agree with what 50 Cent said, man. That record was awful. You 60 promoting gang violence and street culture and talking reckless like that. I agree with 50 on that aspect. You could do better, Benzino. You really can do better than just what you just released. But when 50 Cent put up the post of the record, and said what he said about the record and how he felt about Benzino still rapping at 60. Your vocabulary haven't got any better since, all of these 60 years. You couldn't do better than that, dog. No disrespect. Keep creating, keep being an artist, but that was horrific. Nigga.
What you should be doing, Kurt, is explaining to little Bruce Leroy while Sleeves and Diddy and a bunch of niggas was slutting around. I think you're gonna have to owe him an explanation when he gets older. Don't act like we ain't see you on the beach with your Bugs Bunny plate with the camera taking pictures. Yeah, you was in your feelings, huh? Nah, Curtis, it's not a good look. But I tell you what, though, the boxing challenge still there, Curtis, for the celebrity. I'm down to make a couple of M's. I'll go 3 rounds with your goofy ass. That's number one. Number two, why don't you see if you could put out a song better than Y and Z? And a video better than that. That's just my mic drop video. Finish shoot the real video. I get it. 60-year-old man got motion, huh? Yeah, I get it. I understand. You got a lot of the people you influence. A lot of grown men on there mad, huh? Yeah, they mad. Let's see if some of y'all niggas could do this. Let's see if some of y'all could do this, though. Let's see niggas under my post. Let's see if some of y'all niggas could do that, though. Huh? All you men that want to post under men. Let's see if some of y'all could do that. Curtis, you always been like a hooter type nigga. You really could never dress. Your hairline, your head's this big, your hairline's right here. You gotta keep wearing the fitted. Word on the street is that you be coming up short, Kurt. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Jane transitioned. She transitioned to bad boy. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the culture gotta stop. You know, the culture gotta stop. I see Dame Dash, you know, being interviewed as of recently. And salute to Dame Dash because he had some profound things to say, but men gotta stop. You know, women looking at this, man. And they like, y'all niggas on the internet still talking tea. Y'all talking tea and discussing each other more than women are discussing each other. It's getting sad. It's getting to a point niggas on there showing biceps and muscles talking about health. He do look good physically. Pause, to be a 60-year-old man. He's in the gym working out, doing his thing or whatever though, but niggas gotta stop talking about 50 coming up short, and that's why she over Diddy house, and that's why, you know, he was mentioning Stevie J also. He just said another name. I forgot the name that he was mentioning, saying that she was over there getting worked out by them boys. That's why she left you. She left because she was interested into the bag, not the men. These women don't be caring about y'all, man. Benzino, it's you know, you and 50. Y'all gotta stop. 50 just turned 50, you 60. As you get older, you should want more peace in your life. Niggas gonna be beat. I swear I better not see no 70-year-old niggas creating content trying to get views and likes on the internet talking about each other in this culture. It's a fractured culture like I got up under my name. Real talk. But you know, 50 Cent calls all of these things on himself. He always be winning beefs, and he killed the career. Yeah, but even though Ja Rule has been making a bounce back a little bit, if you see he's doing sold out shows. I said sold out shows in New Jersey, sold out shows all over the place. Him and Nelly's on tour together right now, and he's kind of coming back musically. Ja Rule always made good music, but 50 Cent fractured his career for a significant amount of time. Now, one person whose career he didn't fracture was Rick Ross, even though he used Rick Ross' baby mama against him. He was with Rick Ross' son at Floyd Mayweather's house, if y'all remember the video, because I remember it. I was, at that time, I think it was like 2006, 2007, when he was doing the Pimp and Curly series. And he was with Rick Ross' children at Floyd Mayweather's house. I was like, God. And his baby mama. So now things are coming back to haunt him. You know, Rick Ross recently made a post talking about his son, and he named his son Bruce Leroy.
Someone in my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? Are y'all battle rapping? Is it beef, real beef? Well, I'm going to say this. Beef, it could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy, a.k.a. What? I done took him fishing before. And he loved when I do the wah noise. You know, I used to see him all the time over there. But I guess one day his mom may have been creating content on Star Island somewhere, and he was walking around on his second lap. I invited him to the back of my crib. I put bread on a fishing pole, cast it. I watched Bruce Leroy catch his first Dover sole. Man, I felt proud. What? Little man, what's up, though?
You know, some people may not look at this as disrespect, but I view this as disrespect. As a father, and I don't have kids, I want to announce that early. I don't have kids, but what's crazy about this, a father want to take his son to get his first haircut. A real father. If I had a son, another man take him to get his haircut, we got to fight. If I had a son, I want to take my son to catch his first fish. I want to be there to see him do it. As a father, I want to teach him how to drive a car. So that was disrespect. But you know what's crazy is that Rick Ross, he had the right to do that when 50 Cent was taking pictures and stuff and shooting videos with his son. I think 50 Cent got in a lawsuit or something like that for doing that at Floyd Mayweather's house. But you know, another thing, he said his mom was on Star Island creating content. Star Island, we all know that Diddy live in Star Island. She was over there getting the money. But ladies, I want to ask, like, is that something that, you know, as a mother, is that something that y'all would want to be known for? Because she's being disrespected by, they're gonna use that against 50 Cent forever now. That he was settled down and created life with one of you hoes out here in the street. But you know, even though she's being mentioned in all of this, it's 50 Cent fault because he wifed her. He created life with her, and everybody else is just using her as a semen receptacle. It's all nasty work, man. Like I said at the top of the podcast, man, this is a fractured culture. Nobody has morals and integrity no more. Everybody is divided and trying to be able to create content based around some foolishness, man, to get views and likes. Folks are talking about each other. Everybody is being dysfunctional with each other to get views and likes. Now we about to switch the conversation again.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.